Hello, my pretties. Musicalorgasms.com is my website. I'm gonna improvise for you over some music. Just make it up, see what comes from here, what I feel. And what I appreciate most of all from you is engagement. Otherwise, just make a recording and upload it versus a live feed. So let's try this out, see what emotions we can squeeze out of ourselves this evening. I've got the first track loaded. This one is used to describe mesmerizing backing track in D minor. So I guess I got the key already. It's going to be this one. That's the key, D minor. Or some common places to play it. Okay, without further ado, let's play the track and see what happens. Testing. Okay. Let's move on to the next track. There's hearts and there's likes, but no comments yet. Nothing for me to read so far. Tisk tisk. This one's described as sweet and mellow groove.
If you are a music maker shopping...
Gotta wait for the advertisement to unmute. Okay, before that one gets started, I just did a little bit of a drum click there. But this one's described as sweet, mellow, and groove. Let me know if you agree with that description as it plays. And let me know in the comments how you feel about the context I laid over the top of it with just purely improvisational, making stuff up. that one was really easy to just jam to. It's a major feel, not a minor feel. So thank you, Kathy, for sharing. Thank you for choosing me for your guitar fix of the day, for your musical orgasm fix of the day. Orgasm, yes. Like good orgasm, especially the full-bodied multiple kind. Holly, have fun with your aerial class. I love aerial acrobatics and aerial silks and aerial all that stuff. That's so fun. I wish I could join you. Yes, you'll have this to come back to later then. Very cool. And when you come back and you hear me shouting out your name, comment back. I'll come back and I'll see it in the notifications, and that will give me a thrill. Thank you, Holly. All right. Let me see here. Before I do anything else, I have absolutely got to save that piece because that was so good. Got to go in my history now. One moment. Bear with me. Jam and E. I think this was the one. Let me make sure. Yep, that's the one. Okay, that absolutely has to be saved to my favorites because it is so good. If any of you would like the link to that particular backing track, let me know. I'll send it to you. I'll send you the URL. It is, man, that was a good one, especially for something in major rather than minor. Okay, the next track, please. Soulful Groove backing track. So this one is described with descriptive adjectives of soulful and groove. So let's try this out. Well, groove is a verb, but you know what I mean. Here it goes. If it sucks, I'll move on to the next, but I think it'll be good. Feel the emotion from the music because you're alive, right? sounding? How does it sound to you? Tell me. How does it make you feel? It is a mystical feel. I use a lot of very odd notes, harmonic minor.
Millions find a low-cost health plan at healthcare.com.
Oh man, fuck you ads. Okay, so yeah, it is mystical, and the reason for that is because I use a lot of harmonic minor notes, which inspires a lot of Arabian and Egyptian music, which is very mystical feeling, a lot of full diminished stuff, which is basically a series of minor thirds, and I also play a lot of Phrygian dominant, which is also that same vein. So yeah, it's going to sound very mystical and very odd, which I love so much. Hello, Anna Marie. You've been on a fun trip recently. I've been following on your page. I love that. So before we do the next tune then, since you touched an important noun, mystical, so stuff that sounds mystical. This was in the key of A minor. So I'll take A minor, for example. So that's the standard scale. So if you sharp the 7th, it sounds like this. That's where you get the mystical sound from. And if I play the relative major, it's a sharp 5th, so it's going to sound like this. So that's all harmonic minor. And then the diminished sound is going to be... It's going to be this. So that's a never-ending tension, and I resolve it typically on major because it sounds really good that way. So that would be a full diminished example. And then the Phrygian dominant, which is going to be the third from the Ionian first. So in this case, it's going to be E Phrygian, and that's going to look like this. It's got a flat second, but a major third. There you go. Those are the major key ingredients to that mystical sound. The Phrygian dominant, which is the minor third of a major Ionian, as well as the relative minor Aeolian mode with a sharp 7, relative major with a sharp 5, and then the full diminished, which is just basically a series of minor thirds. And then you put all that together, and you got some beautiful, mystical, Arabian, Egyptian sounding music, which I absolutely love. It was big in the Baroque era of classical music, which was just before the classical period, but after the Renaissance period. And, a lot of heavy metal is based on that, but it's also in a lot of jazz, and obviously its roots in classical music. Good stuff, right? Hello, I'm Tom. I'm a complete nerd. If anyone here followed all of that, I give you major props. Even if you didn't and you just listened to it and you're still here, I gave you major props. For those of you that logged out during that rat, fuck off. Not seriously, but not seriously. But seriously. Okay, good. On to the next tune, shall we? And I'll add some more mystical stuff in there as well. No matter what it is. It's all about context. I could play over the most boring, dumbass backing track ever, but if I give good context with that mystical stuff, it's going to sound really cool. So let's see what's next. Ooh, here's something. Haunting, suspenseful, melodic, or dreamy and melodic. I'm going to do both, but which one shall I do first? Comments? Would you rather hear haunting, suspenseful, melodic first, or dreamy and melodic first? What's your vote? Do share, please. Yes, good stuff. Absolutely. Sandy, LOL. Haunting. Well, there we go. We have one for haunting, and the other is chiming in. Let's see here. Oh, fuck. Now we have a tie. Haunting versus dreamy. Who's going to be the tiebreaker? Haunting, suspenseful, melodic, or dreamy and melodic? Who will be the tiebreaker? Okay, of those that have chimed in so far, all two of you, you can chime in again, then you'll be your own tiebreaker if you want to. Donna, you go for hauntings. Sandy, you go for dreamy. You can do dreamy. Okay. All right, well, there's two for Donna, you went against your own self, but that's cool because I'm going to play both anyway. So I'm going to do the haunting one after, but the dreamy one, well, it has melodic. Okay, so there's only one with haunting. Okay, we're going to do the dreamy one first. Oh my God, this is an F sharp minor. On guitar, this is a really odd key. Not a lot of people play an F sharp minor. The only ones I can think of would be Andy LaRocque from King Diamond, which is my favorite band. And then Steve Vai, because Steve Vai can do anything. Outside of that, F sharp is not really played in much. So, there you go. Thanks, Donna, says Sandy. High five! I want to invite you all to go to salsa and bachata and swing dancing with me this Tuesday and this Sunday. Thank you very much. That would be a lot of fun. Salsa and bachata, Kenosha, Creative Space, 7 o'clock. Swing dancing, Bayview. The Delaware House, 6:30. So I'll see you there. Okay. Donna and Sandy are making friends. I love that. That just warms the cockles of my heart. I love that word because the first syllable is cock. Warms the cockles of my heart. Thank you very much as I grab my own breast. For a guy, I have a healthy breast tissue there. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It just, I mean, look at that. It squeezes and forms cleavage and everything else. Look at that. That's not too bad. I mean, sure, you girls can show me up, but for a dude, it's not too bad. It's, look at that. Not bad. This is my guitar video where I'm feeling myself up. I was telling a friend earlier today, I have a Birkenmeyer wiener, which is better than an Oscar Mayer wiener because it's a Birkenmeyer wiener. And I got my own. Anyway, beyond ridiculous. Let's go to the next, shall we? Dreamy melodic. Here we go. Dreamy melodic in F sharp minor. What is the relative major? Let's see if this is F sharp. We know that a major is a third above the relative minor, so it's going to be A major is the relative major. And the dominant Phrygian, C sharp. So I'll be doing this C sharp dominant as well to give it that mystical feel as I feel myself up. All right, let's go. Sounds kind of cool. interesting. So that was the dreamy melodic, and now we're going to do the haunting, suspenseful melodic. How was that? Did that sound good? Donna, now we're going to do yours, or at least your original yours, until you flip-flopped. That was very high-minded of you, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so now we're going to do the haunting one. You'll have to comment, let me know if it sounds haunting to you, if the hairs in the back of your neck are standing up as we play this one, or sounds good. Well, thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. Yeah. I love using my floating bridge. It's so cool. Most people, when they use, before I get to the next one, most guitar players, when they use a floating bridge, most of them don't use one. But of the ones that do, most of them just do simple little dive bombs. And those sound really cool, like, that kind of a thing. But I actually do complete melodies with my floating bridge. The only other guitar player I know of that does that, not even Andy LaRocque, and he's my favorite guitar player, but maybe my next favorite, which would be Steve Vai. Steve Vai actually makes complete melodies just in and of itself using the floating bridge, which is, oh, and Jason Becker, that's right, Jason Becker, which is another top guitar inspiration for me. Steve Vai and Jason Becker, they're the only two I can think of that really use the floating bridge to actually create melodies rather than just use them as little dive bombs, which sounds cool, but it's also very predictable and a little pretentious. But to actually make melodies out of them like this, that kind of a thing. I'm not just fretting notes. I mean, even if you're not a musician, you can hear that and you can feel that. Because of how you feel, you can hear it. I'm not just fretting notes. I'm doing a lot of floating bridge work there to create those melodies. And I'm one of three I'm sure there's more than just us three, but the only ones I know of, Steve Vai, Jason Becker, Tom Birkenmeyer. If you can think of others, please let me know. Drop it in the comments. I want to look that person up and listen to their music. I'll probably be very deeply inspired by them. So thank you very much for that. Okay, so let's move on to the next track, the very haunting one. Do you feel haunted yet? Is it haunting? Let me add to it with my context. vibrato and the feel of the vibrato and the tremolo bar.
Stage this, stage that. There we go.
That's what you're looking good.
Ruffles Ridge Twists.
So the haunting one wins out. How about that? Huh? Yeah. Well, Sandy, it takes a humble woman, a humble goddess, if you will. It takes a humble goddess to admit that the other side picked a better one. I admire that about you. Thank you, Donna and Sandy, for being so engaging. That's what makes these live feeds different than just recording a video and uploading it without the live interaction. So thank you for that. Truly, deeply. I appreciate it. Okay, so some things I did in that tune that made it sound, I think, really cool before I get on to the next piece. I did a lot of shredding on that one, but first and foremost, as much as I love to shred, I love to make a note sing. The only thing cooler than shredding is this. I think you all know what it is, but just in case, it's this. What key were we in on that one? We were D minor, that's right. So shredding is this. So that's shredding, right? A lot of notes. But as much as I love that, the thing I love more than anything, including that, is vibrato. Making a note sing. So like this. I mean, that's vibrato. It's of all the different ways, of all the different nuance of attacking a note or playing a note, that is the one that offers up the most personality, the most human emotion, really, is that vibrato. I mean, that's what separates guitar players, is how, like, playing a note, like, for example, I'll just play minus the vibrato. See that? Afraid. It's robotic. Anybody can sound like that. You won't be able to tell us apart. But when we start adding vibrato and how we attack notes in different ways, that's how you get personality, and you can tell guitar players apart. So that's why I love nuance, and I love vibrato more than anything, even more than shredding, and I love shredding. Oh yes, definitely I can see why you love it. Yeah, totally. It's on my face expression, and it's also within how you feel. Whatever emotions that I squeeze from you as I play this stuff, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't need to be a musician to know these things, you know? Learning theory and notes and technique and all that stuff is a means to an end. It's not the end. Technique is not the end. Human emotion. Emotion is the end. Technique is a way there. But at the end, it's all about emotion, and you don't need to be a musician to know that. So there you go. Learning something new. Thanks. Need to pay more attention. Sandy, what did you learn that's new? I'm so curious. I would love to know. What did you learn that's new? Maybe I'll expand upon it more. Let me get this next backing track loaded while I await your answer, and I will do another song very soon here. Donna, you as well, and anybody else who's engaging. I encourage everyone to engage. What did you learn that's new, or what did you feel? Let's see here. Okay, this next one is called Dark, Dreamy, and Melodic. Oh my God, and the one right after that is Sensuous, Smooth. So dark, dreamy, melodic, or sensuous, smooth, and groove. Might have to play both of them. Okay, so you learned new, Sandy, the difference in the notes you play. Yeah, differentiation, you know, how you attack the notes, whether it be a vibrato or a slide or a bend, or a combination of things like a bend into a vibrato, for example, or a slide or a slur into a vibrato. But of all the different nuance and ways to attack a note, vibrato, for me, is the most important, the most expressive when it comes to human emotion. So vibrato is where it's at as far as I'm concerned. I have no idea about music, thank you. You know how it makes you feel, so you do have an idea. Maybe theory you don't have an idea about, but theory is a means to an end, and that's the feeling, the emotion from it. Just love listening to it. Yeah, the means to an end, just love listening to it, the emotion that you feel, the high that it gives you. That's what it's all about, you know? For sure. Marty Friedman does a really great job at explaining that. Like, he's technically gifted beyond belief, but he doesn't give a shit about being technically gifted, except to the extent that it helps him express human emotion. And he explains it really well in all of his tutorials and his instructional stuff. I really love Marty Friedman. He's definitely one of my inspirations, especially on a conceptual level and a philosophical level. Okay. Just love listening to it. Yes. Okay. All right. On to the next. Let's see here. We got the next one. Okay. Show of hands. You'll have to comment. Do I do dark, dreamy, melodic, or sensuous, smooth, groove? Which one would you prefer that I play next? Sensuous, smooth, groove, or dark, dreamy, melodic? Which goes next? Let me know. The sensuous one. Okay, let's do it. I'm a very sensual lover, so that makes sense for me as well, Donna. Thank you for that. So we will do the sensuous one first. Sensuous. Wow, we have unanimous consent there. Me, Donna, and Sandy. A perfect trifecta. unanimous vote for the sensual one. Okay, so we are all sensual people. I love it. Let's see here. It's kind of funky. Okay, let's go with it. Where is my ear taking me? Yeah, I haven't even started playing yet. Thank you, Sandy. Same here, Donna, 70s groove. Thank you, Donna. Hello, Michelle. Nice to see you, Michelle. I love your Steve Vai reference, Michelle, with your tender surrender. That is an excellent Steve Vai reference. Okay, that was another one of two sets, so now we got the other one to do. Donna, thank you. Sandy, Heidi, thank you very much. Beautiful, thank you. Michelle, I'm so glad you're here. It's always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Steve Vai is fire, hot, I guess that means. Yes, he is. Steve Vai is one of my top influences. Let's see here. So that was the sensuous, smooth groove. Now it's the... let's see here. Beautiful, dreamy. So this one is the descriptive adjectives used to describe the next backing track I'm going to improvise over is beautiful and dreamy. Who doesn't love beautiful and dreamy? It's just a question of, do we agree with the descriptive adjectives or don't we? So comment if you agree or disagree. And comment about my context that I add over the top of it as I improvise over the top of it. Tender Surrender. I just love that title. And that's a really cool screen name that you chose, Michelle. For those of you who have not heard the instrumental piece of music called Tender Surrender by Steve Vai, I highly recommend you check it out after this live feed, of course. But it's really great music. It's instrumental and one of my top inspirations, that's for sure, especially with melody, harmonics, and especially with my floating bridge. Steve Vai is very unique in how he uses his floating bridge. There's only 3 people that I place in that very small club of how we use the floating bridge. That would be Steve Vai, Jason Becker, and Tom Birkenmeyer. I'm not aware of any others that uses the floating bridge the way that we do to create melodies. Most people, when they use the floating bridge, it's just to do dive bombs, which sounds really cool, but it's all they do. It's like a one-trick pony as far as the floating bridge is concerned, and very predictable too. But Jason Becker, Steve Vai, and myself, inspired by Jason Becker and Steve Vai, we actually create melody with the floating bridge, and it's a wonderful tool of expression. It really is beyond wonderful. Michelle, you know of Jason Becker? Well, of course you do, because your screen name is Tender Surrender. So if you know Steve Vai, you know Jason Becker, right? So here's the next piece then. Here we go. So this one is in the key of B minor, which is this one. So that's also relative to key of D major. And the Phrygian dominant is going to be F sharp Phrygian dominant relative to what this whole key is going to be. So let's do this song, and I'm sure I will be playing in all of those modes without thinking, because thinking is the enemy of flow. But I love to think, There's a time and place for both, believe me, balance. So let's improvise. Now is the time to shut off thinking and just flow. How does that sound to you? Does it sound good? Comment. Let me know. Here we go. Next tune coming up now. Unplugging this beautiful guitar. For this other beautiful guitar, they're not equal in my opinion. This one is more beautiful than this one. This is a beautiful guitar, but this one is a Warlock, and not only is it a Warlock, it is a BC Rich Warlock with 7 strings, 1 piece. Most guitars are 2 pieces, as you can see here, a bolt-on neck. This is extremely rare. Most BC Rich Warlocks are cheesy, they're predictable, they're pretentious, they're very genre specific, but this one is a 1-piece, 7-string, 25-fret BC Rich Warlock with a floating bridge. So I'm going to do this song with this guitar instead of the other one. And I think what inspired me to do this guitar on this song, I'm going to start it over at the very beginning, is because the 7th string goes down into a bass clef by 2.5 steps, which takes us to a B, in this case B minor. I didn't detune my guitar. This is standard concert pitch, but I got that 7th string, which goes down into a bass clef by 2.5 steps down to a B. And this particular tune is in a B minor. So I'm just going to play with this one, and I will work that in there, that 7th string. Alright, so let's start that tune over and do it with this beautiful beast of a guitar. Oh, that's amazing. A 1-piece, that is amazing. Yeah, it is amazing. Anytime I've ever taken this to the guitar shop for repairs or, whatever, they marvel at it. I think because it has 25, like the 7 strings is almost semi-common these days, but it has 25 frets, which is really rare, and the 1 piece. So people just marvel over this guitar because of those 2 factors. It's amazing. This is a beautiful, beautiful. This is the best guitar I've ever played before in my life. The 7s. And if you go to the BC Rich website, they do not make this guitar anymore. This is out of print. I have not seen even used guitars on like Amazon. So this could, I don't know, valuation-wise, it could be worth something that is quite priceless because I cannot find it anywhere. And I bought it in the year 2001. That was 21 years ago. So maybe I should figure out what this thing is worth. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. I'm not selling it anyway. It's an amazing, beautiful guitar. It's the best one I've ever played in my life, and I can't imagine there's ever going to be a better one. Okay, so here goes. This tune here. Start it over on this beautiful beast right here.
Your holidays moving.
A new one. Okay, I have no idea what this is. It says beautiful, atmospheric, so why not? I'll play that. But I wanted a break between the last song and the new song. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad I caught you live tonight. I'm glad you caught me live tonight, too, Jen. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you, Michelle. Let's see what other comments are there. Excellent. Thank you. Hi, sexy. Oh, my God. Thank you. Sounds great, dude. Thank you very, very much. Let's do the next tune. That one was a lot of shredding, a lot of vibrato, a lot of floating bridge work. Let's see what the next one brings out, the human emotions we can squeeze. Here goes.
In the past year,
Well, that was a lot of fun. That's a King Diamond song. If anyone recognized that, please comment. If you recognize that, that is enormous brownie points. That's a King Diamond song from the album entitled The Eye. I don't remember the name of the tune, but it's from the album called The Eye. I'll play that theme again. I think it's called Dante's Inferno, maybe? Or Burn, or Dante's Inferno, one of those, anyway. It's about the French and Spanish Inquisition when they burned people alive who are believed to be witches. Terrible point in human history. But it's a great song by King Diamond. Let's see here. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Michelle. Maggie, thank you very much. Jen, again. All right, maybe one more tune, maybe more. Depends on you. Let's see where this goes. See what I got here. Heartfelt. I don't think I've come across that before. Heartfelt. Let's see here. Before I play that, I'm just going to tinker around a bit. Hello, Brenda. So, see what I can remember from that King Diamond song. Something like I could just pull these up on YouTube and play along with them, these particular songs, but, you know, I'll get flagged for copyright infringement. It's gone way too far. It's sad. It is what it is, so let's do the next tune. When I feel like it. is so cool. I love that stuff. Okay, one more tune.
tone matters.
You're the best. You're the best. Thank you, Michelle. Well, I think that is the last tune of the evening. Let's see, do I want to tinker? I don't know. Let's tinker. Okay, thank you. These lives make my night. Oh, Michelle, thank you so much. I really appreciate hearing that. All right, well, let's tinker around some more then. I'm not going to do any more backing tracks, but I'll tinker a little for you. Let's tinker. One moment. Let's do an experiment. Will you wait for me? 1 minute. Well, thank you very much for that 1 minute, for those of you that actually stuck around. Thank you. Not going to play any more backing tracks, but let's tinker for a minute or two or three. I don't know. Always. Thank you, Michelle. Always. How many years have we been friends now? I don't even know. It's been quite a few years. I'm at work, so you can do this all night. Great. Tinker. I met you when my son was 1. He's 25 now. Oh my God. So we've been friends for 24 years. That's about when I got online. Jennifer says, yes, please, tinker. Okay, I will. You bet. killing me right now, so my tune carrying is going to be impeded upon by these fingers. I need to do that part again. That is all Jason Becker right there. Let's do more Jason Becker tinkering around. Okay, here we go. Friends for 24 years. Yeah, she's one of the very first people I met when I got online, Jen. It was a long time ago. Good stuff. Yeah, we met in a chat called Talk City. I don't remember a chat called Talk City. I don't think we met there. I mean, so many years, so many things. It can be confusing, that's for sure. I don't remember anything about a chat room called Talk City, that's for sure. But I know we met before social media, that's for damn sure. I just don't remember where. Alright, I think I've done enough tinkering. I'm going to say goodnight now. Thanks to everyone who commented and engaged with me. Viewership is not enough. Those of you that commented and engaged, a special thank you to you. I appreciate you. Otherwise, if not for that, I could just record videos and upload them. So thank you for making the live feature worthwhile. Talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye for now.